Am I really that much? And breaking these niggas down like a demo. You don't really to throw you up.
Hey, hi my moguls. I hope you guys are doing amazing today. Welcome to the Moguls channel. For my new subscribers, thank you very much. I can feel the love. Guys, is it me or South Africa's winter this year was tekateking? It was not doing the things, man. Like, it was very weak. By the way, I love winter and I'm a summer baby. I'm a January baby. However, I feel like there was a mix up somewhere because I need to be born in June or July because that is like my favorite season. You know? Anyway, enough about the weather chronicles. So, I just wanted to let you guys know that the healing phase comes with a lot of drastic changes, and one of those drastic changes could be you making decisions that seem impractical for people around you or for other people, and people will always have opinions and they will make you feel like the decision that you're making is very stupid in a way, or you can't think straight because of certain circumstances that you are in your life, circumstances that you didn't ask for but some way somehow attracted because of certain decisions, I would say. you know so in my season of unemployment, to be precise, which is actually now, I've learned so many things about myself, my spirituality, my journey, my purpose, everything, right? So here's the thing about being unemployed. It will give you the freedom of time, right? You will have so much time and you will have so much time to be alone so that you can think, right? So what will happen is, well, most of the time I'm alone, 80% of the time. The other 20% is when I'm kind of forced to be around people because of certain things, right? And I'm not complaining. I enjoy my 20% with the people in my life. I feel their love. I love them so much. My friends, my family, I love them so much. And I love you guys so much as my subscribers, because also I have to also get out of my comfort zone in terms of shooting content and actually talking in front of the camera. It's me doing something that I would rather not be doing because I want to isolate and hide from the world, right? Sometimes it happens that you feel like that. It happens. It happens, to be honest. So this is the phase that I'm going through. So imagine you are on your healing journey, and it's a journey that started even before my unemployment. It's something that I have been going through for all these years, because healing, guys, it can be a lifetime. It's just how you operate in certain situations that will show that if you have healed, or if you are matured enough to understand that you are still not fine with the thing that's happening, but you have a better response stimuli of the situation, right? So that's what healing is about. Our response becomes a bit mature. It becomes very calm. You become very peaceful. You become very calm in yourself, in your space. Nothing or distraction can even distract your life because you are very calm and you're in a very peaceful place. So even if anybody is trying to get you out of there, you will not get out out of there, right? Simply because you understand the power of being calm, the power of thinking before reacting, thinking before speaking. That's what healing does to you. You become more logical about your own self, though, not any other thing, but about your own self, your own choices, your own decisions. and you decide if something needs to get to you or it doesn't need to get to you, right? So healing actually helps with so many situations, like so many situations. As for me, what I have learned from being 32 and unemployed as a South African citizen is I have the freedom of time to create content. I have the freedom of time to focus on my spirituality. I have the freedom of time to focus on my body goals, my diet, my fitness and health in general. I have free time to learn new skills, and those skills can be the skills that will make me money and will make me get, like, will actually take me off the job um market completely, because I have learned a skill that can actually make me build an empire. That's what can actually happen to you during unemployment. It honestly is up to you how you take it, how you see it, how you see unemployment, how you see unemployment in your current life. Is it something that is making you depressed? Is it something that is motivating you? Is it something that makes you want to fight more? Is it something that makes you even breathe? Sometimes you can be like, you know what, I'm tired from all those things of pretending that I like my job, or the job maybe was draining you or something, and then you're like, I'm so glad that I actually have this free time so that I can rest. Because some of you actually just need to rest. Obviously not for the rest of your life, just for a while. Just for a while. But some of you need to take time to actually rest. That's all you need. And then your nervous system can be regulated and you can start your healing process. Some of you are not even healed from certain things. You get triggered easily by things that are not even supposed to trigger you, because you always nervous because of what your workplace has implemented in you or in your nervous system or anything of that nature. Right? So for my unemployed girlies and guys as well, please use this free will, because you might not get it again, guys. Ne? So, especially if you are still applying for jobs, right? So, I want you to use this free will very, very carefully. Focus on areas of your life that you know are lacking and improve them right away. Most of the things don't need money to be improved. Your health and fitness doesn't really need money. I am proof of that. I lost weight without money. I didn't need to go to the gym. I didn't need to eat organic food. I strictly focused on a diet that can actually work for me without me having to need resources for me to get my healthy body and my healthy diet, or me feeling good about myself and a bit lighter. I didn't need to have to go search for resources or search for money for a gym, or to say, okay, now I'm turning vegan, or I didn't need to do all of that. So sometimes also it's a mind thing, right? Sometimes it's literally a mind thing, and it's very important that you focus on your focus. They like saying focus on your focus, and now it's starting to make more sense. Shift your focus and focus on you. Mind your business, right? That's what being unemployed does. It isolates you from everything that you thought you knew, the life that you thought you knew, the friends that you thought you had. Because some people actually do lose friends. I'm one of the few fortunate people that still have the same friends, that my friends still do not act funny just because I'm going through a certain phase, or I'm making certain decisions that maybe does not make sense to them. Some people are not lucky like that. Some people actually lose friends. And then this is when you find out who your friends are, who your family are, because people start treating you like a certain way. So focus on your focus on your goals and your dreams, and guess what's going to happen? you're gonna realize that certain things you did not really like, you thought you liked them because of the environment and the pressure that was around you, be it the friends that you had, be it your colleagues, be it your surroundings overall, maybe the area that you used to live at, maybe when you were employed and life felt like it was coming together at that point. And when you lose it all, sometimes you sit down by yourself and you realize that maybe this is not what I wanted. Maybe these are not the things that I wanted for myself. Actually, I've always liked this. You go home to your parents' house, you start seeing your journals from high school, primary school, whatever. You start realizing that actually I've disappointed my young self. My inner child is disappointed in me. My young self is disappointed in me because this is what I believed in so much. But when I became an adult, I became something else, right? Not saying it's always wrong, but sometimes you reflect when you're in this kind of situations and then you realize that actually, no, this is not the life I ever wanted. It was just pressure from social media, from the society, pressure from friends, from like our parents. Because people always expect you to be a certain thing or to do this or to be that simply because that's all they know. Sometimes people project a lot onto us. So do not be mad at them or do not think they hate you, but have a very strong will of self. Nothing should shake you just because somebody said this way. Don't be offended easily by people projecting onto you. And people that love you will do that a lot. Family, friends, acquaintances, they will do that a lot. So be firm in your decisions. Be firm. If you have to isolate yourself just to block the noise, then do that. Do that. Okay, my moguls. So you will realize so many things. So many things. You know, um I became more closer to God in this journey because I have time to open my Bible. I have time to talk to God, to have conversations with him. I have time to dedicate certain things to God. And when I was working, it was very hard for me to do that because 8 hours of your day is dedicated to working. You get what I'm saying? So now you have the deciding factor on what to do with the 24 hours that you have. Are you going to exercise? Are you going to learn a new skill, be it cooking, be it, anything? Cooking, baking, it can be anything that you feel like, you know what, if I master this, I can actually make a business out of this. I can make money. Not everybody has to be in business, but it's very important to learn a new skill for whatever reason that you want to learn it for, right? You do realize that with my unemployment, I mean, apart from being closer to God, reading the Bible more, having conversations with Him more, I haven't started learning a new skill as yet. And I'm still trying to figure out what skill I need to learn for myself. And is it something that I will enjoy doing? Because for me, it's very important that the kind of skill that I learn for myself. So that if I'm very passionate about business. If I want to go into business, I will know that skill is something that I do not mind doing for the rest of my life because that's what business is. Business is you building a legacy, building an empire, and it's something that you are willing to do for the rest of your life, right? Even if you are not doing the skill yourself, but you still need to have that knowledge of it, and it's something that you always have to deal with in your everyday life and teach the people around you, and it's something that you need to be very knowledgeable of all the time, so you can't escape it, right? So yeah, that's it for me. Like I wouldn't say my I've got my dream body yet, but I've seen so much progress in my weight, how I eat, how my relationship is like with food, because I mean, I made a promise to myself and I never look back. It's also about discipline, right? So I've reached my mental health and my fitness is in a very better place. I don't know if that what would have been possible if I was still working 8 hours a day. All right. My relationship with God has improved. My relationship with my mom has improved. She's literally my best friend because I live in her house. This is where I spend most of my time. And I mean, she's my bestie. She's my girl. That's my girl for real, you know? So obviously, my relationship with your loved ones can actually improve if you spend a lot of time with them. And yeah. And I'm learning so much about myself. So much. I'm learning so much about myself, you know. Stay tuned, guys. Like, I've got amazing things coming up. I do not want to overshare, or I do not want to share too much. But all I can say is this free time has made me fall in love with making videos, and especially this healing series. And it made me fall more in love with YouTube because what else can I do? I've got all this free time to make videos for my YouTube channel. You know, so what else can I do, right? And you know, you have enough time to study. You know, for those of you that want to do short courses, you have time to do that. You know, if you don't want to learn a skill, rather educate yourself. Do a short course, read a book, stimulate your brain, do something. You know, so man, time is so precious. Time is so precious. And this is what I've learned. And you're going to learn a lot of time management, because having freedom is crazy when all you are used to is working and being told what to do your whole life. That's why most people actually end up going crazy when they are in the phase that I'm in. That's why most people go crazy, or they end up doing wrong things like hanging out with the wrong crowd that just want to drink or do drugs or do weird things, just because being alone makes you think a lot and it makes you reflect. So some people don't want to be in that situation. They'd rather avoid their reality overall. So I'm not about that. I ain't a coward. I'm not a coward. I'm gonna face I'm gonna face me and deal with me. Because I got me for life. You got you for life. So deal with you. Running away from you is not gonna change the issue. Because who are you running away from? Yourself, your reality. Really? Deal with it. We all want this amazing life, this luxury life, you know, this life where we don't have to stress about things. But every time there's a problem, you run away. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. So I pray and I hope that everyone watching this video will invest in themselves. You know, moving forward, I pray that everyone will invest in themselves. And as I said, you don't need resources, you do not need money to make things happen for yourself. Focus on what you can control. And what you can control right now is things that do not require money. The rest will follow. And I'm not saying be lazy, relax. I'm saying focus on yourself, on your own self-development. That's what healing does. You develop into a better person. This is Healing with Kat, my moguls. And see you on the next episode next week, Tuesday. I love you so much. May we heal together. Mwah.